Joining us now for reaction is a student from Marjory Stoneman Douglas High School in Parkland, Florida, Brandon Minoff. Brandon, thank you for joining us. I know this has been just beyond horrific. A week for students to, recover from what they endured, bury their friends, try to empathize with one another and try to learn something. How are you doing a week after this? You've seen a lot of your fellow students react. A lot of them are very angry, and rightly so. But your thoughts?
I'm getting through it. It's been a pretty, I wouldn't say good, but I've been getting through it. I have some rocky moments, but I'm managing.
Brandon, you made a reference yesterday or the day before to what the media had been doing to push an agenda throughout this tragedy. I'm going to play a series of media comments about what happened and get your reaction on the other side. Let's watch.
This is a new start with a kind of a new group of activists who might have some impact.
We have a new greatest generation. The strength, the power, the emotion, the take action attitude of those students.
It's a youth movement. This time, it's going to be different. At other times, we see lawmakers say, it's too soon, we can't talk about it. But because of social media, these students have said, don't speak for me. I want to talk about it. I want to go to Washington. I want to go to Tallahassee.
Brandon, your reaction to that?
I definitely think it's a youth movement, but I feel like not all the youth is being listened to. I feel like the conservative side of it is being ignored. It's just pushing gun control.
Did you happen to see Andrew Pollock today, who spoke about his daughter, Cheyenne, who died, and his 3 sons were standing with him at the White House? And he basically said, there's a time you don't have a conversation about guns, you can have a conversation, but right now we got to make sure these schools are equipped to handle these types of attacks. You could tell he was really annoyed, it seemed, with what he was hearing about, let's go after the guns, the AR, whatever the gun of, they say the gun of choice is. He found that to be an unhelpful part of the conversation. And all day, my producers and I were wondering, are there any students out there who, maybe think focusing on that issue almost exclusively is the wrong approach? And your answer to that would be?
It's definitely the wrong time to be speaking about it. It's been a week, we're still mourning the loss of our loved ones, and they're just still talking about what kind of guns to outlaw, outlawing guns, the kind of laws to create. But 17 people just died at the hands of a human. Humans control guns.
Brandon, the assistant football coach, died in another brave act of selflessness and self-sacrifice. And I know you're on the football team. How is the team doing, given what you guys as individuals have suffered, the friendship you had with Coach Aaron, and how are you doing?
People are managing. It's a sad situation to know that he's gone. He was a great man, great leader, always enjoyable to be around and talk to, cracking jokes, helping everybody out. It's just sad to know that he's gone. Won't be able to use his mentorship anymore.
How do you think school will be when you return to campus, I guess next week, after there'll be a week of more, protests in Tallahassee? I think we have some of the audio of what happened today with some of your fellow students. I guess quite a few, hundreds, showed up in Tallahassee chanting. They're going to vote various legislators out who don't vote for particular bans. It got pretty heated, and they were screaming and very, very upset. But I didn't hear a lot of diversity of thought. I heard mostly one side.
It doesn't seem like they're looking to hear from the other side. It's 2 sides to every story, but they only want to hear one.
What would you say the makeup of the student body is politically? Is it pretty diverse, or is it split down the middle, or could you not even tell?
I personally feel it's diverse. I have friends who are on both sides of the situation. It's in a very diverse area, 2 different cities, close to another county. It's just definitely diverse.
Zach Lesk, a student at your school, said the following about the situation. Oh, sorry about that. It's a full screen. He said, we can't have people walking around with automatic weapons. They're made for mass murder. And, you know, obviously, automatic weapons have been banned since, you know, about almost 100 years ago. The AR-15 is not an automatic weapon, but that's just I mean, if you're not familiar with guns or if you don't know, I think that's what kind of people think and believe. And I feel bad for a lot of these kids because they don't, I mean, I didn't know anything about this when I was 15 and 16 years old. I just didn't know.
Yeah, but I feel like they're uninformed and they're just following along with the popular opinion, but they clearly don't know what they're talking about.
Brandon, we wish you the best, and thank you for having the courage to speak out at a time where it seems that the diversity of thought isn't all that well showcased. So we really appreciate your time tonight. Thank you so much, and God bless you and the students at Douglas High. Thanks so much.
Thank you.